everybody, Tom Ellsworth with a quick stat for you and a question once again coming from you. I love your questions. This one was, isn't streaming killing it? Well, what happened to YouTube TV? There was a big announcement this week and it was not small and there's a lot behind it. So let's dive in. Well, streaming was growing steadily. You had YouTube TV, you had Hulu, and it was replacing cable and satellite because you don't call cable or satellite to go bring TV to your house anymore. You call someone, Xfinity, Comcast, whoever, just to get the internet to your house, and as fast as you can afford, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, the more you pay, the faster it is, and the more devices based on how many people live at your house. That's what you do. You no longer have DirecTV out there. DirecTV's dying. You don't have Dish Network out there. That was dying before DirecTV was. And most of the cable, people under the age of 50 do not buy television in these super PACs, not in the same frequency as people over 50. So everything's changing. And streaming is our choice. Why? If I have a streaming subscription, it's on my phone, it's on my iPad, it's on my laptop. It's wherever I can get it, but it's mine. And then Netflix says, you can't share passwords anymore, so it's only mine, guaranteeing I don't share it. Well, what happened to YouTube TV and all this? There were two winners. One was Disney that put together Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN Plus and made a super PAC. The other winner was YouTube TV. What did they do? They went out and got a bunch of channels that we watch and created Cable Junior OTT, over the top. So wherever you could get streaming, you could get it. And then this happened. This is the last 2 years for YouTube TV in terms of the number of subscriber net growth, because everybody cancels some in a given quarter, but then there's a gain. So what's the net? If you go back 2022, so even though this is the year coming out of COVID, 2022, they were getting 300, 300, 400, 500. So that is 9, 1.6, 1.5 million more YouTube TV subscribers paying every month than there was at the end of 21. Then 23, it dropped down a little bit because remember, a lot of us are back go outside and everything. So you have 550 there. But then look at this, 1.7 here, and this tremendous, almost 2 million, actually 2.25 million, almost 2.5 million for 2023. And then whammo! What suddenly happened? What happened? Well, a couple things happened. First of all, Q3 to Q4, you get football, you get college sports, and a lot of things, and you get people going in the house. Look at this year. The years look alike, except this year it went way up. There was more streaming apps preloaded in a TV. You could get at Best Buy or wherever you want, and you have them all loaded there. There's Roku, there's Hulu, there's YouTube TV. They're all in there. All you need is the internet, and you select what you want, and now your TV's set up at home. You got your laptop and your phone and everything. Well, what happened was there's a lot more competition happening here, and Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu was competing, so it went down a little bit. But the first quarter usually is the lowest of the year, with second quarter being a little bad and the back end of the year being higher. There's something else that's going to be happening here, is YouTube TV just paid a boatload of money to get the NFL Sunday Ticket, which was the anchor of DirecTV. Remember, if you wanted to watch all the games, you just went to a restaurant or a place you would go with your friends if you knew they had NFL Sunday Ticket. Or if a friend has NFL Sunday Ticket on DirecTV, you went to their house and you could watch any game you want. Or you could go to that Red Zone channel that was along with it and you could watch part of every game. Or you could go to the Fantasy channel and every time somebody scored or something happened, you could see it happening just like lightning. Well, all of that was available from DirecTV. Some of those services were available elsewhere, but DirecTV was Lord, God, King of the NFL for the longest period of time until they lost it, and YouTube has paid a ton of money for it. So what's coming next? So I dove in a little bit. There's a couple things happening. First of all, it's the first loss for the alternative to cable and sat. Then YouTube is hoping that in the fall, people getting a TV with YouTube TV on it, get yourself a subscription, that will cause a bounce back when the season starts. You saw the end of last year, they're hoping it's this year. But the NFL is about to pay out a multi-billion-dollar settlement related to Sunday Ticket about monopolistic pricing and bad competitive behavior. So I think it's like $4 billion. If you want to Google it and fall asleep reading the story on it, you can do that, because it's basically, you know, our government penalizing and fining the NFL as a result of losing a settlement. So the government is involved on the laws, but it was actually a class action suit. They lost it too. NFL didn't want any hassles with the government, so they're going to pay this out. Well, what happens if NFL Sunday Ticket is deemed to be monopolistic behavior or something? So now what does YouTube? Do they get the check back from the NFL? Does it do a little different? So NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube may or may not be what we think. And it's only only about 2 months away, and we'll be in September, and it'll all be here. And lastly, the bigger issue is what I said at the beginning. Next generation may not be buying cable packages the way their parents did, and that's just the way it's going to work. And so the streaming things, have they reached an early peak and now they have to show us value? Or is it basically we've just shifted, consumers have gone from cable and sat to paying for internet at the home, and now they got the streaming package? That's what I have. And once upon a time, I had a bizarrely expensive whole house audio video system with 5 different DirecTV receivers and all kinds of stuff. I don't have that anymore. I have one subscription, and it happens to be Hulu, and we can get what we want. And then we have MLB that we get things individually, and then we have Netflix. So we have kind of carved it up a little bit. And I used to be a consumer of, I'll just pay whatever, and I just had this big bucket of stuff. Not no more. It's all coming home to roost. So that's what's happened. There's probably nothing wrong with YouTube TV, but it certainly is interesting that streaming, who had a party going, now suffers a loss, and we're going to see where we go from here. Make the best choice for you. Pick out what works for you. Don't overpay. Get your content that you want. Slice it up. Be efficient with your dollar, and then love what you can get. Anyway, that's what's going on this one, and I'll see you next time with another quick stat.